Again, Borkum now. Only one remaining. And it's early on into the afternoon, but of course, if we can get into Borkum's time zone, it'll be such a good sign here for Team Secret. 1v2. There's a little bit of patience right now from TS for the remaining member.
This attacking side of theirs, Dax, Oasis, is where they really do shine. We've seen that time and time again. It's all on the Borkum to bring out some Borkum time, if anything. Oh, that turret! Right timing, perfect opportunity for Borkum to slip on by. Completely just bypasses Mark, who has no real idea where he's coming from.
Dude, he watched that turret get disassembled in front of him. It's like when you're trying to sneak into a complex and the security guard changes shifts. It's like, this is the perfect time. All of the games do it. Maybe I can do it too. But then you get caught by both of them at the same time. And we'll see if Borkum can get caught here. But he's just sticking it. Poison Cloud in the way. And Borkum! How could you do this? The heist already at the very start. Wake up here, Oasis Gaming, because Team Secret have ROG clutched this under your noses.
Pros don't fake. And Borkum, professional as ever, will not let go of what's in hand. Team Secret, what a defuse. Ninja, in every sense of the word. That was one of the most ninja defuses I have ever seen, just from the get-go. Like a complete, I don't know, stealth game here. He sees like a movie, right? Mission Impossible. He walks on through, as soon as the turret does disengage, and he just defuses it right in their face. Hiding in plain sight.
He brought the cardboard box and just hid in it. And that cardboard box was called the Poison Cloud, basically. Suddenly he's like, okay, no one's gonna see me do this. It's like his hand is just trying to creep from underneath, right? And it's like, why is this moving? Why is there someone there? But Team Secret gonna be all there already. And on points over to the green box. 2 already down to the side of Oasis. And that should rattle Oasis Gaming just a little bit. You know, it's okay to lose a pistol, but kind of losing like that. A bit of a wake-up call here for Oasis Gaming to start things off. Coco now moving towards that A side all alone. But this is Team Secret on a mission, don't you think, Black and Blue? Because they want to prove that they belong back to the very top. We're gonna be getting a new champion for this year. Both Team Secret and Oasis Gaming are VCT champions, yes, but they're champions from last year. This is a crown. This is a throne up for grabs. And in the Game of Thrones, we'll see who can climb this ladder as Coco, well, Jesse Vash in the middle, and the dart. There's the peak. Coco, though, fights back at least with gets a 3rd kill, and Team Secrets in the first 2 rounds, winning the pistol like that, giving them a bit of a buff coming into the 2nd round.
Bit of a confidence boost, and not just that, you know, uplifting their spirits is really a big thing. You know, Dax, the competition right now in the VCTP is so close that any team in that top 8 can win at any given moment. It just comes down to who can keep their mental throughout the game and who can really show up on that day. We hear time and time again, not as cliche, but as a hard and well-tested truth here. So Oasis, gun round for them, attacking side, and a side they really want to get as many rounds as they can on. We know that they're very proficient at doing that, but spreading things out, making sure that Team Secret's defense are on their toes.
Yeah, but Oasis Gaming, they do have a tough time on some of these first map situations, and I think that's a little bit of a risk here. In all honesty, it's not the most, I'd say, stable fact or stat to watch out for, but maybe for Oasis Gaming, they want to get the good start into the series by picking something as comfortable as Icebox. But at the same time, we know their woes during map 1s. We've seen that bind map, especially against SBE yesterday, and they just had to go for the comeback there. Might be a bit of a rally situation here for Oasis, but now it's time for the congregation. Moving over to that A side, Borkum. He snuck away a while ago. Now he's going to be able to speed on away by the rappel instead. Dropping on down, staying in cover, sees Marquito, but you can see it here. Borkum trying to be a safe and sound. Borkum now able to assess the situation well. And the timing for Borkum yet again to get the one. Here we have it, 4v4 scenario. Now this one, what the bounce? Was that on purpose? Did you see that from Coco? The lineup actually making it on top of the next instead. But courtesy of Dispenser, not playing basketball instead. You're playing the guns here. Marking gonna get on the board. 3v2 scenario. Dispenser gonna be in the back of sight though. And Oasis Gaming, they're crawling to get this plant down here.
I'm never going to question Oasis when it comes to the lineups. When you have a man like that behind him, but Wits and Dispenser finds the kills. Coco, 1v1. Killjoy v Killjoy. But whose happiness will be taken down? It's Dispenser's. Coco getting that round. The plant stuck. And okay conversion of the anti-bonus, but still, all things considered, good bonus from Team Secret to bring it down to that 1v1. Gonna make things a lot more costly moving on here for Oasis.
Okay guys, you learned something new today. Did you see that? I saw that. I can't believe it bounced
30 seconds
to
left.
actually reach it there. It's crazy. This guy is just like a pinball wizard by this point.
Enemy remaining.
I don't know, he was
Seconds
playing like
left.
Sova instead of Killjoy, but yeah, Coco there at the end, clutching it out. You mentioned it though, Team Secrets, they had a great bonus, they were able to force out the fights, and I really feel like that started because of Borkum's timing there. So timing right now for Team Secret, looking to be quite in sync. Oasis Gaming though now, looking to pick up the pace. And Marky up top 4-10 already. Flashlight though gonna get thrown on out, giving Oasis a bit more cover to push. Lockdown even after Coco got the ultimate from the last round. And Team Secret forced to wait on the outside. Operator in hand. Two trying to come from rafters. And here we have it. 3-take scenario 5v5.
It's going to be difficult to try and retake with an operator here as they lose a lot of the entry potential that Dubstep otherwise might be able to provide. He can find a pick off here though if Oasis do present that opportunity, but lockdown for lockdown. Isn't able to get the pick on that contest here off the flank. He's going to have to try and retaliate with him. Wits getting that opening kill. Dispenser finding one of his own now. Things are looking pretty dire here for Oasis as they're brought down to a 2v5. Envy and Wild Oreo have everything to do. Playing from that belt. They have the high ground to try and deny the plant, but Wits is going to get Wild Oreo. It's all going to be down here in the Envy. Well, there's a lot to do. And even his invincibility cannot get the round. Jesse Vash goes down, but to what avail? Team Secret still get the third on the board.
Yeah, just couldn't see Borkum whatsoever. Team Secret getting in the way in time. And Borkum yet again, his job today is not to kill, but to defuse. And twice now, Borkum, even with someone there on the other side, still alive. It's Team Secret getting that round win from there. And you can really see it here, since Envy had to drop down thanks to the pressure of Dispenser, thanks to the pressure of Jesse Vash. Oasis Gaming could just not get in position up top that nest. No clear sight line, no way to counter the plant whatsoever. And now, Team Secret feeling the momentum in their favor. Rifle though still in the hands of Envy. Saved for a rainy day from the previous round. He didn't even rebuy the armor, knowing the fact that Oasis is an eco state. We have the blades right now. Marky, he has popped off yesterday, especially against RRQ, I believe. So really, once he wakes on up alongside Envy, it's gonna be better. But Jesse Vash, nice bounces there. Marky on the board though versus Dubstep, 4v4 for now. But Oasis able to carve a path thanks to Marky.
Dude, it doesn't matter if they brought down the damage of those shot darts because Jesse Vash finds some way to make it work. Still 2v3 though. HP not in the favor of Oasis, so they... Okay, I was gonna say they don't really have that big of an advantage, but with that pick, Coco making things a bit more equalized. Jesse Vash, 1v2, still very winnable here for Oasis in this scenario, especially Coco going on the high ground. Won by Jesse Vash, but he has no real idea where Coco is. We've seen Coco cause problems from this position, especially. He's going to get the round. Great eco here coming from Oasis, converting it, and once again, subverting expectations. Bring the scoreline within a single round again.
Come on, if you have to believe in since day one, you know that the people behind Oasis believe in their clutch factor. And there you have it, a thrifty win. First step was, of course, Marky just opening things up well towards that B site. But Team Secret, they have to realize who they're facing off against. And a map like Icebox is just absolute territory for Oasis Gaming. They will vie for that mid control. They will go for those lurks and flanks as much as possible. And case in point, Coco the one doing so. This is what I talk about for the Oasis rotation now. If Ripper's not in, usually it's Coco on the lurk, and they can trade those kind of roles. Sometimes you want that Smoke to be the one doing that. Sometimes you want your Sentinel to be the one doing that. But in this instance, keep an eye out for where that Killjoy is going to be positioned, because Coco, calm, collected, and captain, you know that he has a plan here for Oasis every single round.
He's very, very good at reading the situations and making the right call here for Oasis time and time on over. Exceptionally so. You see him wrap around a lot on those type of clutch scenarios where he goes to the snow pile, walks all the way up the kitchen hall, peeks through the window, through the drive-thru, and says hello. Jesse Vash finding that out first person here, but Sheriff's to be forced upon Team Secret, even though they've been winning rounds one after the other, opting to go for a better economy. Yeah?
Have you ever gone through a drive-thru without a car?
Yes.
Yes. Did they serve you? Did they let you buy anything?
I don't recall. It was in high school, and I forget a lot. Have you?
Wait, after this, I'm watching Wits right now. He has gotten away with his jiggle 4 times in a row.
Yep.
His barrel was sticking out like that. It's just throw it away, Wits. And
Uh-oh.
Marky also a little bit of the barrel there. Borkum though gonna get clocked by courtesy as he moves towards Maze, and Oasis Gaming now gonna be getting on a side. So story time for later. Story of the game is Oasis have already gotten the plant on. 5v4 scenario. Sheriff's on the one hand. Tour de force for the side of Wits too. It's looking perilous, really, because Coco is there versus Jesse Bash. Marky gonna push on forward, and Dispenser, your knife is out, and your life is snuffed immediately there. Now then, Oasis going even for the updraft, and suddenly it's gonna be a show here, but how the hell does Wits even hit a shot like that? I don't even know. Dubstep's also on the board, but that's gonna be enough for the casualties there. Oasis Gaming tying it up now. Just punishing, again, Team Secrets as soon as possible, knowing that they had the advantage with the guns.
It's always so potent with that, and I do like this pick here. Be playing on Icebox, at least in Oasis's favor. We have seen Team Secret struggle on this map, but time and time on again, it's been Wits who has been such a potent force on Icebox. Here for Team Secret, where he does perform super well, but they just can't close the map off. So there's a real chance for Oasis to take this map number 1 away, and we know that when you're the underdogs, not that they're really that big of an underdog, but when you are the underdogs in general, map number 1, crucial map for them to take. But they see Viper's Pit popped here towards A main, going to kind of things a lot more difficult if that's the avenue of attack that they want to pursue. Spike is towards B. If they can find an opening here in a Wits, they could go ahead and set the green light on this.
Hunter's Fury though to start things off. Jesse Bash trying to get a pick off from afar. But really, I think the issue for Team Secret here, just to add on to your point, is these guys have a bit of a tendency to let people in on Icebox a lot more than all the other maps. Because you see, their recent history, all of them have gone basically fast regulation or at the very end of it. And they've lost close games against Nows Esports and RRQ, especially back then in the open qualifier. Their last bout against Oasis Gaming, that was the OT going in their favor. So will it go the distance yet again? Team Secret, they want to close that gap as soon as possible. It will be Viper Spit though into play. Coco having a different plan and a lockdown from above. Will this flush out Borkum though? That's the question. Marky finding Jesse Bash and Team Secret forced to make a decision. Do they keep the Viper Spit up and sacrifice Borkum with the detain basically? Dubstep though gets to take out, but Coco, the 6th sense there shooting on down. And Borkum will get felled. 3v2 scenario though. Dubstep getting ready yet again to be back in position. A little bit of a think with the Phantom, but Dispenser can just spray it down, hold it down, and the clip to end them all. 2 in a row for Dispenser at the end, and Team Secrets will retake that lead.
Really drawing out the time there, utilizing how much time that Viper's Pit can take for the attacking side here in Oasis to try and bring on down Wits. Great opening picks again, and great, well, discipline to be backing off there as soon as he got that. Marky found some valuable picks at the end of things, but it really was Dispenser here holding things down from that green. He got the double dink early on. All he had to do was confirm those kills he has sought. Operator out still once in the hands of Dubstep again here. The aggression being shown by Oasis towards his B-long position could have very dire ends. Doesn't work out right.
Ooh, Dispenser able to get away with that one. Marky though breaking the rendezvous. But luckily for Wits, he's already snapped on away in Team Secrets. They barely got away with that. And that's the beauty about Oasis Gaming on a map like this. The instinct is true. And the precision to perhaps counteract a few utilities here and there in positions. They know how to fight for that green box as much as possible. But Cargo right now looking to be shifted. And Wits right now shipping Marky into a crate there. Coco though with the trade Dispenser goes on down. Here comes Oasis Gaming. And Indy will be leading the charge. Hunter's Fury now to call. Viper Spit is also there. And look at Oasis just expand their resources to try and take the round on back. Wild Oreo making the plant happen. 3v2. Borkum deciding to wade into these waters. But he is just frozen solid by the efforts of Coco. Dubstep though gliding on down. The Angel descending to the earth here. It doesn't seem like he has the angle whatsoever. So while Seraphic with his presence, Dubstep, I think he's going to be backing on away with this one. Save the Operator. A little bit of an unfortunate waste of the Blade Storm. But hey, Team Secret will keep the up and Oasis will take the round.
You know why Oasis are doing so really good right now? And I have to give props to the R&D department behind that. This is not the typical Viper Spit that you would see popped by Oasis. And yesterday, when Southfield pulled this exact same Viper Spit on them, they struggled to get the sight back, and that was one of the few rounds that SB were able to win on their attacking side here on the post plant. And seeing that Oasis saw that, they are able to instantly pick that up and add it into the repertoire. And that fast-paced flexibility that they have shown throughout pretty much their entire life in the VCT has been one of the big reasons why we always said they have every single piece to make it to the top. But what else is missing? This time, doesn't seem to be much. They get the round with very successful and a very, confident fashion against Team Secret, and they're keeping this game close, 4-4.
Come on, that's the Oasis we know. The execute is just absolutely on point. They're one step away from that PH crown. Just beat the resurging Team Secret. And here we have it, Dubstep, so up close, personal and courtesy, playing with his toys and playing with our hearts. But Wild Oreo now able to get the trade stuffs and wits. Didn't even see that coming whatsoever. They thought that they could have gotten the shots, but no shot, no chance. Wild Oreo is there yet again. Mana Swarm though, gonna be in the way. Envy with a fine onto Dispenser, 4v2 scenario. And after everything's said and done, beyond that operator, not much of a threat here, courtesy of Team Secret. Jesse Bash picking up the Phantom. But it really goes to show for Oasis, once they get that pace and they see what can work for their comp, it's just such a facet that they add to their game plan. And case in point, no stage, you'll need to play towards the yellow boxes. You can actually take more of that mid control instead. And Envy now catching out one more. Jesse Vashto versus the world. We've seen how clutch he has been this tournament. But this time, save the gun for a rainy day. Keep it for the next round. And Oasis Gaming back on the driver's seat and will take the lead.
One could argue overheat, but one could also say the inverse, because they had to go for the aggressiveness there and maybe try and rather pick up the rifle, take that gamble, because of the eco state that was forced upon them. So, not a bad eco, but not a great one either here from Team Secret. Oasis, though, would answer back with retaliation, not going to let that operator from Dubstep go unchecked, not going to let that push go unnoticed. They take the lead here versus Team Secret, a map that we kind of are expecting actually Oasis to take. They are one of the better Icebox teams here in the Philippines, and Team Secret not exactly the same fortune has been true for them lately. Attacking side though is where we know Oasis are much more potent. So let's see if they can pile up a few more rounds. If they can keep Secret to these 4 rounds, 8-4, they have a very real chance of bringing this one home at the end of it. But operator for operator here towards B long. It's going to be a shooting ground, and whoever's a prey, who's the hunter, shall be decided.
We'll see who can skin this carcass and mount it by their fireplace. But you make a good point there. I think if you'd really deep dive the stats, I have to say Icebox has to be the worst map for Team Secret. They haven't won as many outings on it. Overall, their record in it has been 1-1 in the group stage, 1-1 even in the open qualifier, and all of those games went the distance, minimum of 10 points for their opposition. So there is still a few of those items that aren't as precise for Icebox for Team Secrets. And looking into this, Oasis Gaming, they can force out a close game. They can force out that overtime, and let's see if they can even get their revenge after losing out in their last outing versus Team Secret in such a close fashion. So there you go, deep dive into the stats. But right now we're diving in to the A side here. Lockdown to make the space. Melt Command also going to get used for even more so. So interesting stack from Oasis. You already have the space creation. You go for the suppression even more so, just to scare them off completely. No heroes needed, but Borkum, just a guard over onto the corner. Indy goes down, and Team Secret ready for the retake.
This is what they're going to have to work with, Dax, and have a 5v4 at the very least, giving them that advantage. As soon as the lockdown pops, I think it's going to be difficult, but Marky can get a free kill here. He gets 2. They line up for him. Dubstep quick on the trade, but the damage has been done. 3v3 on the post match here as well. Oreo counters snipe. He finds a kill. Damage being done by Wits through that potentially, but Dubstep, the time doesn't work out for him. He looks away as soon as Wild Oreo peeks. Brings us to a 1v2. Courtesy and Coco. All they have to do here is delay. They know where Dubstep is. Not the best weapon in a clutch situation. And Oasis confirm the equalized half at the very least. 6-4. And what a round on the post plant coming from Oasis. We've talked about the stats here, Dax, and Team Secret. They actually have by far one of the worst defender side wins here on Icebox compared to any of the other top 6 teams that made it to the playoffs. And that's not a good stat here if you're a Team Secret fan.
Yeah, this is a little awkward for Team Secret. That would have been an ultimate collateral from Marky. That would have been 3 down if we just didn't see Dubstep updraft like that to get away from the bullets. And unfortunately for them, Borkum running in with his knife out. It's very awkward. Oasis Gaming They already crafted that space to begin with between both the lockdown and the null command. And I was a bit worried. Just like, is OASIS overcommitting their ultimates? Team Secret, though, did not respect that. And that's why they lost that round pretty securely. But anyway, now, Team Secret, back to the pistols they will go. Turrets, gonna be out in the open, bothering Wits and his peaks. Classic now out to break it down. At least these nuts and bolts gonna get strewn on over. Team Secret, bit of a plan to get the backstab on. You got Borkum, you got Dubstep. Ready for the pinch if ever. Bit of that presence, but look at that! Impressive presence from Dubstep already. Gonna get picked up, Borkum getting on the board. Rifle even in hand! Borkum, how does he get away with getting 3 before everything is said and done? And Wild Oreo, he's not done yet, but the rest of OASIS Gaming, they need a breather after that one. This is looking pretty thrifty from Team Secret. Here comes Jesse back, and he's just shooting him down, lining up by the gallery. But apparently, these targets will fight on back. No big prizes, no big stuff toy. As Wild Oreo will stuff the opposition with bullets. 4 already for Wild Oreo, trying to salvage around for OASIS Gaming. And there you go, the ace to end them all. The hero that OASIS Gaming needs. It's Wild Oreo yet again.
I know that was an anti-eco ace, Dax, but it was still so well played here from Wild Oreo, considering he was 1 HP and how he out-juked the composition. Man, the Vipers with the footwork here today. We saw Borkum there towards Garage, towards that B-long position, knowing that he's going to get free-fired in the corner, swinging wide as soon as he picks up the Phantom, but look at this. Barely able to dodge that, gets a quick kill on Dispenser, they isolate themselves, and in that, Wits giving himself away. Wild Oreo knew exactly where he came from. What an anti-eco ace, and that's not something we're normally going to point out, but Wild Oreo, he is feeling it. The flexibility on this man to play duelists and controllers. He's one of the only players in the circuit that does that.
He can play Sentinel too, remember?
Uh-huh.
Wild Oreo, look, OASIS Gaming, the newest pickups of the year, but okay, let's pick up the pace with Dubstep going over to Invi. Marky gonna get on the board. Yo, Invi, Wild Oreo, amazing flex players on their roster. And here comes Curtis looking to go for another spectacle along the way. A little bit of the action though, but Marky able to win against Borkum. Dispenser finding Kurt, and Dispenser finds them all! Walk into his lair. This is his corner. Team Secret, at the very least, making that last round relatively convincing. But they're still with the gap to deal with.
Dispenser's like, oh, you want to talk about Sentinels, eh? Really?
Yes.
Well, let me show you one. The OG, the tried and true. Been here since the dawn of time and the dawn of the VCT. Been dominating ever since as well. This composition that they've got, we've really been seeing, for the most part, the most dominant teams on Icebox be the ones who employ a Killjoy. In this case, they even have Wits on that chamber, which I do like. Maybe back in the day I could have said, hey, maybe you have a chamber, you don't need another Sentinel, but the fact that chamber only has that one trademark nowadays really does open up a lot of problems for whichever side you're on. If you only have that one trip to block off the so many multiple angles that Icebox offers, so for them to have basically like what, 3 trips is huge here for the Team Secret side, and their attack, they should have their flanks covered at the very least.
What's the third? Alarm bot's one.
Alarm bot, and then turret, and then trip.
Oh yeah. That makes sense then if you're adding the turret. Cool.
Yeah.
I always thought of the turret as a
sense.
completely different thing. It's like 6th man, best friend, buddy, robot rights, man.
I'm sorry for
You're not respecting
degrading
the
him
robot. It's 2022. You
to
have
a
to
mere
accept
utility.
that. You have to accept that the robot, the turret, is part
yes.
of the Team Secret family and also the OASIS family.
Yes,
He's always there for you.
that turret has done a lot.
That turret always does a lot. Yeah. So, despite us giving turrets equal rights here into the game, it's not the equal scoreline that we honestly expected. OASIS Gaming getting away with the complete collapse thanks to Wild Oreo. And it does feel like here that, especially for OASIS Gaming right now, that coming into the defense, we expect a lot more to come out from Wild Oreo especially. You know how he plays that Viper here already, Nico. Many times, he plays it as a pseudo-sentinel, a little bit different from the other controllers. As soon as he set up that toxic serene, it implies immediately that he will be present there. And that's a constant that Team Secret needs to deal with. He doesn't really try to play the mind games with his positioning. Instead, he will play with his utilities and just be the guy who can lock down a single angle. You can see it here, respect already by Team Secrets. They're going through the middle, having to deal with the alarm bots. TS immediately forced to go for a quick rotation towards that A site just because OASIS is immediately prepared for what may come their way.
Yeah, and the fact that they destroyed that, alarm bot on that mid smoke typically tells a tale that there could be a mid to B push. In this case, so OASIS, they've read this. The fact that Team Secret took quite a while to get themselves to this A main position allowed OASIS to set themselves. But Envy and Marky opening picks here. Marky finding a second in the round. Dubstep finding 3 from up above. 2 down below. He sends him to hell. And Jesse Vash gets his back covered here. Taken down quite low though. And Wild Oreo. What another clutch this would be against Secret. Could break their poise. But Jesse Vash walking out idly in the open. Spray after as well. He's gonna lip it, ship it, and dunk it here potentially. But Dubstep has a ghost. No armor on him though. More HP and more armor in the hands of Wild Oreo. This angle not going to be easy for him to peek. Not going to be easy for him to win. But Wild Oreo still takes it. OASIS take the pistol off of another heroic round here from Wild Oreo.
Yeah, Loki, I think Wild Oreo has really stepped up to stage 2. Had those struggles back in stage 1. Couldn't find his footing there early on. But the ROG clutch at the end proves that he's truly part of the Republic of Gamers here. And just as impressive as one of those citizens can be. Now listen to this. OASIS Gaming. That defense was just prime OASIS. Even though they lost out the scrap fest towards that A site, right? It still was them anticipating that rotation. And the fact that OASIS can put that many bodies so quickly on a single site that Team Secret is trying to hit is just because of Wild Oreo's presence towards that green. Many times, he will just stay there. As soon as he realizes that there is no movement his way, he will check it, he will push, he will confirm it for the OASIS Gaming roster. And that gives them a chance to make it an equal fight at the very least. It took a clutch though in the end. Wild Oreo did not disappoint yet again, but Dubstep this time, well, shattering those expectations and those hopes of Wild Oreo, going for more. Nice shot with the Sheriff. B site now looking relatively open, even with Courtesy's presence there. It will be the Aldrin right now scouting that one out, but instead, we get a relocation. Rotate towards that A site. Middle right now being controlled, but the Spencer controlling the site itself. What is he doing though? Oh, he picked up a gun! Did he pick up gun? No, he didn't. Oh, he did it! He was just like, okay, I'm gonna avoid the shots. Doing the matrix real quick. Can he get it this time? Come on. The Spencer, it's right in front. It's the ghost.
It's a ghost.
It's just a ghost. But now, Coco! Oh, can he stand a chance here? The shots don't connect! Eventually, Envy's the one who gets the hits. The two Killjoys just whipping against one another. Didn't want to hurt their counterpart, apparently. But beyond that, this is VCT and this is OASIS now. Looking for the retake. 4v2 scenario. Winston able to get takedown onto Envy. Here comes Coco though, coming in clean and really just allergic to the fellow Killjoy. Getting the takedowns on other agents instead. Oh, Coco though, coming in closer like a shark in the water. Courtesy, watching out the flag. And here we have it. Wits versus the world. 1v2 scenario. And Wits is just sprinting. He's running. He wants to go after Courtesy. And Wits, the turns! But it will not be enough! Can Coco make it in time? It's gonna be close and he'll be able to get the tap. But Team Secret, they will not be able. They will be able. I couldn't get the read this time, but you can see for Team Secret, the right read with the ROG clutch, Wits running in to get the round.
Oh my goodness, what a round here from both sides. That was a roller coaster of emotions back and forth, completely flipping coins every single turn of the second. Look at that, you saw there at the end, just flipping around. It seems like he turned his mouse up to like as max DPI as he could just to make sure it's going to be much more difficult for Wits. It doesn't even need the ADS, but that almost causes demise too. The post plant here so dire that Courtesy not able to stay alive for the split second he needed to in that situation. Dubstep opening things up here, Dax, and this match is starting to heat up even more.
That was a close and even I got debated there by the sound too, but Courtesy not looking to stick it where it shines. This game is getting one kill, but this is just an absolute slaughter from Team Secret. They get that momentum. You know when they get a cheeky clutch like that, Team Secret gonna be wide awake, and that was just absolute annihilation. Let's just go back to that last round. Crazy to think, right, that Wits just decides to run in knowing someone's right behind him. But for OASIS, yeah, it was the right play, but for OASIS, perhaps the crit just didn't stick it. He already got halfway anyway. The temptation was just right there to finish the job off. And I honestly thought that for a split second there, literally, that Coco could have had it. 0.3. That was just that close.
If he let go of that, maybe shot back, they could have maybe won that round, but who knows how things could have went Hindsight is always 20/20. But Coco's not going to even be able to use his eyes. He'll relegate himself to just basically watching for the rest of the round. 7-8. Team Secret very close to equalizing things up, but the operator from Marquee could prove to be the biggest detriment that Team Secret have yet to face here. Seeing him pull this out on the defensive side, a lot more problematic than it would have been on the attack. And Courtesy, great pick here. That gives him the 4v4. Equalizes things up, and so all they have to do right now is play back. Marquee, very committed position, a dangerous one. So Aldron's probably going to find him out.
Yeah, there you go. Surprise! Eye in the sky. Jesse Bash could be there, and while you're busy setting that rifle up, Witz is right in front of you. So not of his angle to take for Marquee. I think he felt the pressure was gonna come from Belt rather from main, and just because of that, he is just debated. He is just bundled on in and caught like a prey into a cage. Witz right now also with a take on Team Secret, taking names, taking command of the game, but they line up for Wild Oreo. Luckily though, Dubstep is there, perpendicular to the angle, and it's the right place and the right time for Team Secret to rightly high up the scoreline.
Wild Oreo has been hella fortunate with finding these lineups for him, but that's also due to the great crosshair placement he trains himself to have. Courtesy, it's a huge pick off at the start of it, but I guess the pressure really coming on to Oasis here. You can feel it when Team Secret is starting to come back. Marquee, ill-advised re-peek there on A main. Could have maybe gotten himself out of it. If the tailwind was burned, doesn't matter. Just literally run out of there, bro. Through a cloud burst and you'd live to fight another day. You have a 4v4, but that lack of discipline has caught out Oasis in the past. They get this far, though, to the grand finals with their ambition, but against a team like Team Secret, primed and proper, things could be very different. A timeout here called by Oasis, talk things over. They're usually a really good team at converting these rounds, which is a good sign for them right after their timeouts and get the round right after, something they are quite proficient at doing.
Look, this is where experience settles in, man. Like, yes, Team Secret, Oasis Gaming, names to have been in the Valorant scene for so very long already. And honestly, one of the last times they played last year was back when they were Bren and the old Oasis Gaming logo, that after that whole merge of Chimera and CTNX. But the thing is, Team Secrets, they know how to face off in these kind of situations. They know how to keep their cool and calm. And Oasis, their emotions can get a little bit higher compared to Team Secret. There's still a very chill roster compared to many in the PH scene. But you can see just after that one slip up, Team Secret is just absolutely unrelenting. The pace has been changed by Team Secret, dictated by Team Secret yet again and again. And with Dubstep now looking to lead the charge, Team Secrets look to make it no different as much as possible. Oasis though, over onto the Sheriffs. Your point now gonna get broken on down, and the clear needs to be crucial here for Team Secret. Wild Oreo yet again looking to be in position. Ambition right now over off the yellow. He's looking for the frag. Gets it over off the Dubstep. Next on the list gonna be Dispenser, and the D&D disconnection here because they both go down. 3 already falls in the hand of Wild Oreo. It's gonna be Marquee with the blades too, and Team Secret fall apart yet again to the Oasis thrifty. 9-8. Oasis keep the lead.
That was perfectly placed, and I have to shout out there the recon ball coming from Courtesy. If that was deeper, like where you normally throw towards B long, it will be destroyed easier. But the fact that it was kind of behind yellow made it a bit more difficult for Team Secret to push out there because they had to destroy it first. And with that bait, Wild Oreo able to peek the flash coming from Envy on the KO a bit earlier than maybe would have been advised, but hey, it still works out in the end. Great shots being connected here by Wild Oreo, and they hold on to the lead that they've worked so hard for in that opening half. Look at Wild Oreo trying to go cheekily here. Borkum doesn't spot him, and he gets another opening pick. Wild Oreo going absolutely huge in the map.
Dude, he just smacked him with his gun, didn't even basically shoot, but hey, it's gonna be time right now with the Hunter's Fury. Courtesy able to play parkour and get the hell away from those responsibilities and away from getting taken on down. Envy gonna get on the board as well, and you can see it here. Calm of Oasis coming in clutch. Case in point. After the pause, they are back to their reset mental, and Dubstep up top 4-10. Team Secret now trying to play a longer angle for Wits with a tour de force, but one drop from Oasis Gaming, one control, courtesy of the Raptors, and courtesy of Courtesy even, that can help them out in a pinch. The scan comes online, and Wild Oreo getting space that he needs to creep on forward. It's gonna be Dubstep though, caught out in the maze yet again. Fragment can be either way, no fear whatsoever from Wild Oreo, but you have to respect Team Secret still. Jesse Bash now in a 1v2 situation, finding the duels anyway, and Jesse Bash looking to show Marquee who's daddy here. Time for the duel, but Marquee is the one who can rule this fight anyway. Mark has been made, and Oasis again sustaining Team Secret's record 10-8 now, as Oasis Gaming will still win out the round.
Oh, he sprays it on him too. The tier, single lonely. There's the marquee. What's around for him, but look at how Team Secret fight back valiantly. 2v5, and they still bring it down to a 1v1 off of Wits and Jesse Vash finding 2 picks apiece. Amazing. Amazing rounds here we are witnessing between these two teams. On Oreo, he's already the absolute MVP for me in this round. Actually, it's 3 kills for Jesse Vash, almost found the 4th. At the angle there. Even though it doesn't work out for Marquis, at least it doesn't favor him. It works out for him at the very least. And that's all you have to consider. Blades now here for Dubstep. Very important round. If Oasis take this, that could be the final nails in the coffin here for map number 1. And for Oasis to take map number 1 against Team Secret, it's going to be a huge bonus moving forward in this best of 5.
Oh.
Dubstep, though, opening pick here, and that gets Team Secret going.
Yeah, that's the +1 they're looking for. Oasis, actually no stages really in this composition for both of these squads. You can see how they've adjusted their post plant as for the composition. TS still have to respect their firepower, respect their range. In Oasis Gaming, they fell a little bit more than I genuinely expected there. Having that fact that Jesse Vash almost clutched it out for Team Secret. Making sure that Oasis needs to keep calm as much as possible in this series. If the overextend becomes the overheats, that's when Team Secrets will punish you again and again. But this time now, TS actually moving towards that B site. Wits actually waiting over onto A as well. Maybe a pickoff on the rotation, but Wild Oreo, he is just watching yet again like a hawk, sitting on top of his nest, basically rafters right now. His position, Hut the Sphere, don't the call, and Courtesy gonna be spreading the lightning over onto the Spencer. Instead, conductive here for Oasis Gaming. Coco also trying to go for the shot. Lockdown though for the space. A Venn diagram right now on this map, but Courtesy right now with a takedown. Hands up though, Jesse Bass, you are caught in the act, and it's Courtesy right now with the manners making this man get the 3K anyway. Indeed though with a defuse. Will be a 2v4 scenario. Whistle from the middle. Has to be the flat being covered. Courtesy already went 4, and he will get the ace! Fell down to the hand of Courtesy, as it's 11-8 for Oasis Gaming.
What a flush here for Oasis. 2 rounds now where 2 players have gotten an ace. First, Wild Oreo, now Courtesy joins the fold. It's quite an effective one as well. 11-8, Oasis. Within that single round of putting the nail in this. Team Secret struggling here on their attacking side. Normally it's the attack that does better on Icebox, and the defense is where they fold, but not in this case. Oasis holding on and staying true. Looking to finally secure things here. Marquis has an operator once again. You can see the discipline here from Wild Oreo, where he jiggle peeks every single time, not getting too overzealous of himself. He knows how much discipline he has to exercise to be able to take this Team Secret team down. They do have some information gathering here, though, on the owl drone from Jesse Vash, but the shot doesn't connect. Dubstep still somehow finds it on the marquee.
Yeah, the initiative for the whiff is going to be crucial right now. Oasis Gaming has to see this position. We talked about the jiggles, Wits and Wild Oreo, both great dancers in their own right in real life, but that great spray and a great nanoswap from Coco. He's just all in control. We're going local with Coco yet again. Borkum breaking his mind, and from the back he will go. Spines right now being shattered, but Borkum, can he go for the 1v2 situation? It's Wild Oreo and Envy on the other side. Really, the Oasis add-ons right now going for more, but Borkum, his time is now. And can he go after Envy on the other side? Still though, spike not planted. Can Borkum actually get around him in the first place and pick up the objective? Viper Spit is available. Poison Cloud yet again.
30 seconds.
And the mind games and mysteries of Mr. Borkum. Will we get it here? Detective Envy though, on the case, following the path of clues through sleuths here and now, as he's trying to figure out where to actually go. But look at the waiting game. Look at the meetup. But who he turns on the round? 12 seconds left. Someone needs to look, and Envy is the one catching the opposition yet again, red-handed. Map point now for Oasis Gaming.
There wasn't even any real much hard reads there. It just was finding the information, seeing what evidence has been left behind. In that case, the lack of evidence was evidence in itself. The lack of info was already a call-out in what it existed in. 8-12. Coco coming in huge, man. His sprays through these smokes throughout this entire tournament have been so stellar. Like, so many kills on those common angles that you'd expect someone to be crossing on. And every time he does, he almost always nets some good value with it. Wit's gonna have to try and push this with a Soul Guardian. Not the best weapon you want to be walking into a Viper's pit with.
Yeah, just the fire rate isn't gonna be the best in these kind of scenarios, but hey, one shot, one kill, which we know can be as precise if ever that's the case. Problem is though, for Wits, doesn't seem to have really the fullest resources to keep him alive. The utter force by here from Team Secrets. Bit of desperation right now to try and win out the round, but it's OASIS Gaming who have decided to get that Frozen Throne under their belts. Look to decide the face of Icebox. Marky though, with the judge being the executioner of two. In from the top, Borkum gonna get the answer though, and Borkum seeing them lined on up, but Marky gonna be able to get the third kill with the blaze. Coming in closer and closer, but Jesse Bash getting his revenge with the Guardian there. 2v2 now. It's all about the taps here for Wits, and he hears Coco and Wild Oreo on transit towards that A site. It's all about the catch here. Team Secret wisely going for the rotation, and suddenly Wits! A warning shot there. The second shot will get the connection over onto Coco. 2v1. Team Secret still a chance here to stay alive.
Left.
Very smart rotation here. Man, if Wild Oreo pulls his clutch, it's gonna be hats off to him. Like, he's been incredible this map, and in the 1v2, you can never count him out. He's got full HP, he's got some utility to work with. Wall pre-placed here for that B-side retake. You can play around this. He's got the single snake bite to utilize, making sure that Snowman isn't controlled right now, but he's gotta be wary of the man at hand, the man at his face. It's gonna be Jesse Vash making that opening contact. Now they know where he is. Wits has even realized, I think he does, but he's trying to play for time instead. Doesn't even have to go to it. And Jesse Vash will confirm the round. 9-12. Team Secret continue to fight on Dax, not giving up here just yet.
Right, if Wild Oreo clutched that, I would have gone to the 7-Eleven nearby and bought like a pack of Oreos real quick, just because it has been so clutch there for OASIS game. But Team Secrets, you can see that instinct still, killer instinct to stay alive. When they are cornered, they will fight even harder. And just some wise decision making yet again from the likes of Jesse Bash, the fact that they had that mid-map control. And I think that's really one facet the Team Secrets can do better into a map like this, because we see it happen a lot on the attacking side for Team Secret, but not too much on the defense. That map control, not the biggest factor there. And that's why, you know, OASIS Gaming, they got a little bit of that lead at the end of the first half. But now, we get back into the round. Eco states for for OASIS Gaming rather. Team Secrets, they have lost dubstep, so just need to be a bit more careful in their positioning and in their push. But they will now go for the rotation, and they're thinking perhaps OASIS is going to go overextend a little bit, see if Coco's going to come their way, and that's not going to be a rotate actually. A site's still the target, a minute play for anyway.
Eco, if played right, can still be winnable. That comes down to if Team Secret will give them those mistakes, and Marky punishes Jesse Vash for that. No trades here coming from Team Secret. They can isolate themselves on those angles. Dispenser finds too. Quiet things down and make sure that they can secure this round a lot more efficiently. If they if they don't lose any more players here, this is fine moving forward, but if they lose a single more rifle, things can be very dangerous. Dispenser does get that kill, but found consequently by Coco right on after. But this round is probably done. He's 2v1, low HP, Borkum spots him out, and there it goes. So Team Secret slowly crawling back. How will they play this next round? They've got ultimates to work with, Dax. They've got that Hunter's Fury, Lockdown, and Viper's Pit. Some of the most important zoning tools you can have in the game. With that, we know Jesse Vash, very good at converting even sometimes those dry Hunter's Furies into a lot of value in the round.
Yeah, astute observation there, my good sir, because that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Jesse Vash has some insane lineups here on Icebox, and even with the darts, he can get the scan that he needs. Perhaps really just let it rip from the get-go. We'll see if that is going to be planned, but no, Team Secrets deciding to forego the initiative. They do go for the green take here, or right in front of them. And they can actually give it to Dubstep if they want to have the Blade Sword, but no, they're looking forward for the Tour de Force instead, if ever. So now we have the darts there. Hunter's Fury instead coming in from courtesy after presence was known about Team Secret's whereabouts. Does get a tag onto Jesse Vash, he's still alive though. And OASIS Gaming playing a bit more of a careful straight, wanting to finish the job off before it gets too dicey. In the middle comes courtesy. Still Team Secret though, all across their side of the map. So a game of patience and a game of who steps out of line first Might just be the red light, green light we're looking for here.
Deep information gathered by Courtesy. Let's destroy the trademark being left on here, but all they've found is more than they need, really. OASIS still playing the default spread out style, making sure that no gaps are left unchecked. Be wary, you can see them pinging there under towards the orange position, towards that B site in case they go for a short push, but that's not going to come. Marky spots information out. Here comes that 0 point as well to try and deny them of utility. Possibly could be thrown out. Marky, great opening pick here on Wits. Brings him down to the 5v4. As the lockdown will be placed, they're going to be able to try and force him on back to Spencer. Great kill here, using that counter Hunter's Fury to destroy the lockdown so they can stay within the site. Dubstep, though, has poised himself very deep here on screens. Gets that kill. Can back off. He's got his tailwind, but doesn't burn it. Courtesy quick on the trade. 3v3 here, Dax. They've got that Viper spit waiting in poise. And Marky's giving his position away, but on the scan, perfect find the Borkum. Dispenser gets one. Marky finds a trade frag immediately. It's all down to Jesse Vash. He started this all. He found the kill on the Marky. He gets the second, and we go to round number 24. Jesse Vash, huge clutch. The ROG clutch coming from him.
It was bound to happen by this point. And Father PH Esports yet again showing everyone who's boss there in the end. Team Secrets can rely on this guy to deny. And that was just a save, really, by Team Secrets. A save on their own lives, because this looked so perilous as soon as that perfect scan connected onto Borkum, because that was Marky yet again. Powerful position, but since he was heading towards the spike there with those cloudbursts, Jesse Vash getting the drop onto the jet and able to get the transfer on towards the Sova even. Really goes to show for Team Secret, those sightlines still very, very deadly. And that's one thing that has been the downfall of OASIS Gaming and their A retake. They don't respect too much the distance that Team Secret is able to achieve in the first place. And now, let's see if Dubstep can get one more trophy here for the team. There you have it. Wild Oreo, he has been hunted down to extinction. And Team Secret with the advantage in the last round of regulation.
Deep angle held there and punished by Dubstep, rightfully so. Envy on the peak. He can't get a kill, but Dubstep's going to keep him in the safety net. Really good picks coming from Dubstep. He finds a third, going for that fourth, but Toko's going to shut him down for the meantime. Weapons here, though, not the man advantage as well that OASIS would want in this situation. 2v4. Really, really dire strains here. This is looking like an overtime. Dax, rifles all abound for Team Secret, and not the same fortune could be said for OASIS right now. Toko and Courtesy, they have a chance. Look at that run and gun. Wide swing, but nothing connects. The Bulldog, no bite really to be held as Wits secures around. Tour de force in style, and we're going into overtime.
Yeah, all bark there for OASIS Gaming and Team Secret, who gets a big chomp towards that A site. We are now tied up. We have gone into overtime. And in all honesty, kind of expected it for this map for two major reasons. One, OASIS really struggling to close out these map number ones, even despite the fact that this is an icebox map. And you can see it there that, again, just with a bit of distance, with a bit of an angle, Team Secret, heavy control of that A site. But the recovery really for Team Secret on the offensive is what is able to get them out of the situations they dig themselves in towards that defense. So a timeout even before we get into overtime. OASIS Gaming knows that they had this win in the bag. Unfortunately, Team Secret brought in the knife and just cut the other half of it, the other side, and the content spilled on over. Big clutch, though, from Jesse Vash. Big moments there from Dubstep, really bailing out Team Secret, especially in those pinch rounds.
Everybody really putting in the quality that we know they can here. Team Secret and OASIS. A stellar matchup. This is one of the most, at least looking like, epic grand finals we're going to have here in the VCTPH. Time and time again, Team Secret, this is their fourth time in all the 5 stages that has happened to be here in the grand finals. But this time around, well, they're up against an opponent like no other. One that has blazed through and has always been there since day one. A competition worthy of the title here. Both teams, and OASIS looking to finally take their first versus this Team Secret squad. Dubstep coming out with the operator. No armor for him, but that's not going to be too big of a problem considering the long range he can engage with. The opening pick goes his way, and Marky almost had a chance there, but too quick on the trigger Dubstep was.
Yeah, just speed again, and only for Team Secret, these are some essential fights to win. We know OASIS Gaming, very young roster compared especially to the Team Secret side, and this is a fact, you know, the reflexes really for OASIS Gaming on point hit after hit. And if Team Secret can match that or do even better with just those shots, it really goes to show how timeless this roster is. There's a big reason why these names, all the way back the early days of CS, are still here and now at the top level of PHFPS. Still here in the newest incarnation, really, of the tactical scene here in Valorant. It's really Dubstep. Always, always, always a man on a mission to win out those crowns. By the way, if Dubstep wins, he's actually gonna confess to I don't know who. So that's the thing. Keep an eye out on Twitter, guys, because maybe we'll get the esports confession of the century. A new power couple looking to arise, but power position here from Wits. Not gonna get scared off really by the nanoswarm. Spencer gets the intel, but someone's up top. And Indy gonna be going for the 0 point instead. Time is ticking, and they line up for Wits. Easy connect two there from the guy. And just playtime here for Team Secret right now. Coco fighting back, has to deal with the Spencer and his turret. Great efforts from the turrets. Great hold into the middle. That's Team Secret already plugging the holes that they have had problems with. 13-12, Jesse Bash there. Perpendicular yet again. Right angles, right timing. But it looks to be for that last round there, Black and Blue. Team Secret realized where their weaknesses came from, and they made sure that they brought the duct tape and sealed it over.
Spray transfer there. The adjustment, rather, from Wild Oreo almost connects, actually, on Jesse Vash. Even in those moments, always so deadly, so dangerous. This opening pick from Dubstep really helps secure things. No flash even from Wits' peak on the yellow. Can do it dry. Gets out with nigh impossibility of going down. Wild Oreo, though, as we say, in those situations can always be so deadly. But here now, could be the final round of this overtime. Could be the final round of map number 1. Team Secret on the attacking side as things have swapped on over. There's a nano swarm here towards his B-long position. When they do walk out of it, they try and delay it and try and get them on the scramble a bit. You can see the rotation already coming in from Envy to try and play that boiler spot and try and at least have some fighting power even more in this site. Spencer crawling up towards the kitchen, but as soon as he does, the alarm bot should go off and it's going to give his intent off. He can probably hear it right now around the corner, so he's waiting, realizing that that could be a possibility. Look at Courtesy as well, lurking here towards mid, towards that bottom tube. The Spencer could get caught off guard, but he doesn't actually check it. He goes under the tube and in orange.
We have a waiting game here. Team Secrets. Hesitancy, though, to actually put that plant down. Since the Spencer hasn't really caught the target as yet, that's the moment they're looking for. But the alarm bot will be a little too late to the party. And Marky instead caught out by a surprise that he never wanted. Now, advantage here for Team Secret. A site looking relatively clear. And OASIS caught in an awkward scenario. Can't Courtesy still find the Spencer, sees the beanie. And that hat right now exposing his position. Hats off to you, Courtesy. Eagle Eye there. OASIS Gaming able to equalize these numbers. Wild Oreo able to still go for the hold. Go Wild Oreo. Can he go for more? Seems like the cheer works on out. And oh my, oh wow! Wild Oreo with another frag. Coco playing the station. And there's just nowhere the Team Secret can really go without the rest. Dubstep now having to fight out of this one. He doesn't have the time though, and that's it for the round. Doesn't matter anymore. Wild Oreo will just decide to go for the mercy kill. Tied up yet again. Overtime. Another go.
Man, oh man, the double back around here for Team Secret. Second guessing their choices, just punishing them in the end. And Coco, we've seen that many times over, haven't we, from a lot of the great Sentinels we've had here in the top 6. Players like Arya Ryu, players like Coco here. Just stay within the site to make sure that double back around doesn't happen. In that case, rotations cut off. Borkham and Witz were able to get something going towards that A site. It probably would have been faked a lot better. The fact that they idly slip into these awkward clears of a corner, they don't really do it and pie it as efficiently as you might want to see. Gets him punished in the end, and we're going to another round of overtime. Information trying to be gathered here by Courtesy. They're trying to crawl up towards mid instead. OASIS could actually be a mid to A take. We've seen them do this, where they place their wall across to let them cross into those screens, and that's exactly what they're going for, Dax. Coco finding Borkham. I'm not too sure if Team Secret know how to fend this off, but the Spencer and Dubstep do an ample job in that exact situation. Jesse Bash, great kill. Wild Oreo once again, so potent, but Dispenser's trying to lurk on behind. Envy from the belt, he's going to whip him here, and Wild Oreo gets a kill on Dispenser. It's all up to Wits. One of the most consistent clutchers we have seen on Team Secret's side. It's doable. Both OASIS players a single round away from being taken down.
Oh man, but the Viper Spit is online. OASIS Gaming, second win after all those shots. Team Secret, they had that powerful position for the lurk, for the flank. On top of that nest, with Witz right now creeping closer, and spotted out by Indy anyway. How did he even see that one coming? but the instinct is clear, and for Oasis Gaming, a single round
Match
is
point.
the objective now. Match point in favor of Oasis Gaming, but what a moment yet again from Wild Oreo. You can see it there, getting those clutch kills, giving the fire spit, giving advantage to Oasis in that latter round.
What a round here coming from Oasis, and as I said, they love doing that mid to A push, especially in overtimes when they want to throw a bit of a wrench here into the spokes of the opposing side, and Team Secret just not able to hop off of the seat, reassess themselves. They have to right now. 13-14 operator for Marky could be crucial. Dubstep trying to peek deep there, but with the shots being sprung out against Marky, seems like they waited for a bit to try and peek a bit too deep. Tailwind is about to burn. Removes the option of him going in a more aggressive angle, so has to hold things down. He's got that Al drone to gain information towards mid, but nothing really to be found. The Team Secret crawling and playing contact here towards A.
Yeah, the scan though did scare off Team Secrets. Now they're gonna go for the commitment instead. No more double backs. This is it. This is the plan. And this is side take that they want. But Envy yet again, absolutely invincible into the backline. Dubstep though with the find off the courtesy. Up top of the nest yet again for Jesse Bash. Eye in the sky. There we go with the drop on down. And Jesse Bash getting the drop on Envy anyway. With Wild Oreo and Marky getting it on the board. 2v1 scenario. And really the fast hands needs to be done by Team Secret. Can Dubstep get the angle towards Wild Oreo? This is perilous. And you can get hit there. Good serve by the wall banks. 20 HP left. The snake bites in position. And Dubstep cannot play retrieval whatsoever. Look, Dubstep, it's gonna be so tight here. Can't
30
even make it
seconds left.
towards that spike in time. Marky and Wild Oreo though, just getting ready for the peak if ever. Still gonna have some other plans now, and Team Secrets, that just got way too dicey so quickly. Could have been good from Jesse Bash, but Marky and Wild Oreo still alive, still ready to fight. And if they can just play that guessing game well, they can actually go for the wall bank here. Marky though trying to get the angle. Battle of the Jets, Dubstep wins it. Now then, Wild Oreo on the other side. The blades are out though. A single one can slice truly the throat of the Viper. Will this be enough though? Skin him where he stands. Yes, he does it. Dubstep does it again for Team Secret. ROG clutch from Dubby. And you can see that the wins are what Team Secrets are looking for.
Why did Wild Oreo let the shot ring loose there? I'm not too sure if that was intentional, maybe trying to get, I don't know, a lucky wallbang through screens or something, but as soon as he got the pick on Marky instead, the only player with a rifle, and the fact that Wild Oreo had an operator on him, the call should have been made like, he's low, use your darn pistol. Why do you still have the operator in your hands when the dude is half a breath away, half a sneeze away from death? Wild Oreo just get punished heftily for it in Dispenser. What a player to make it happen. Still, second overtime, not gonna end here. We're going to a third.
Come on, he puts the dubs in Dubstep basically, and that's exactly how the Jets are able to make the plays work. Got really dicey though, and yet again for Oasis, a little bit too over eager to finish the job off, trying way too cheekily to find those angles. And Team Secret Dubstep has also fell in the same case. If he died there to the wall banks, that would have just been it. He was able to get away in time, able to play a bit more of that patience. And just because of what happened the last round, you can see now for Oasis Gaming, it isn't the most strong-willed approach from them. Instead, they're creeping around looking for a pick. Dubstep though, waiting if ever, if anyone's willing to challenge him towards the middle in itself. Oasis now creeping towards the sites, and Team Secrets, they have a lot of initiative right now coming into this round. They're gonna get that right intel. They know that Oasis is gonna go towards that A site as soon as the talk screen is up. And case in point, he is already preparing for the retake if ever.
We'll have a full 5v5 retake potentially here. Jesse Bash, he gets a kill. He doesn't have to dip again. What is he doing? Could back off with the advantage at that point and play the 5v4 retake as a full team, but it gives him a sliver of hope here. Oasis in the round on the peak. Courtesy finds one, but quickly traded out by Dispenser. Not going to go unchecked. Marky and Wild Oreo finding everything going their way on his attacking side. Dispenser has a huge job to pull here, and he gets a kill on the Coco. Expecting Marky on the corner, but Marky's going to secure the round. And once again, Oasis take the lead here in overtime.
Yeah, this time Team Secret's the one's punished. You mentioned the double dip. Just get that kill, get the hell out of there. And Oasis Gaming, in a flurry of trades, finds the advantage there. I think one of them was unfortunate kills, really was just Wits getting taken on down while Dispenser was watching. But since he was like an inch away from the angle, and with the chamber literally blocking his sightlines, just didn't see Oasis there to take that step and take that time. And good to see Oasis Gaming Even though they played a more passive style at the start of the round, they brought in the aggression as soon as they executed, and that's really the Oasis Gaming will to win here. Match point yet again. Do we go for more overtimes though? Because this game is only the first game, and we're looking to go the distance already. Dispenser finding Marquito, and this is Team Secret now, setting up towards that B side. Plant already onto defaults. Jesse Vash over onto the corner, just shrugging off the snake bite, but can't shrug off the bullets coming your way. Wild Oreo though able to hop out, a fade away to try and save it safe, but the backstep is true from Dubstep even. Knife twisted onto the spines of two. Coco now on top yet again, finding a shot, but with too many people watching over for the angle. Well, that's just gonna be understaffed here for Oasis. Black and Blue.
Yeah.
This is just the first map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dex, we were watching backstage when the map vetoes were being selected, and I told you, this is going to be a long season.
Yep.
Yeah. And for so far, I didn't expect map 1 to go like this, but it's definitely at least ringing true. Now, Wild Oreo, great position there to at least punish the planter. Should have been a player on danger a bit earlier on, which Wits normally would be in if not for Dubstep, but since Dubstep was on the flank, so taking that mantle still though. Another overtime situation, Dax. This is 4. How many do you think we're actually gonna go?
Probably like 1 to 2 more after this.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to be a party pooper real quick, but for Oasis Gaming, overtime stats, not really the best for them on Icebox, in all honesty. If this goes longer, I do worry for Oasis Gaming. Because we remember what happened last stage. But you remember how Assault Esports eliminated them from contention. It was on this map. It was in those overtime scenarios. And for Oasis Gaming, the ball is on their court. They've seen the finish line, even in regulation. It's amazing that they're having these clutch moments and these concise executes to get the round wins. But can they finish the job off? That's a problem because Team Secret, the heartbeat is still there, and you cannot let your enemies live whatsoever. Oasis Gaming now on the executes towards the B sites. We already have the toxic screen into play. Wild Oreo though, getting closer and closer. Just rushing on through. Snowman right now looking to be controlled, but Jesse Bass trying to play the mind games, playing with the wall, and it's Wits Dispenser on the board. Dispenser finding 2. There we have it, Wits turning on around, and Wits, what a show and what a hat trick! Team Secrets, the defense holds, and they're the ones now on match points.
Perfect timing on that. You see how they don't let the opposing side set on that post plant of theirs? As soon as they hear that plant trying to be attempted, Team Secret go. And they know they can't let the opposing side set because they don't have a flasher in their composition. With that, in the full, 5v5 gunfight in the duel that's up front between these two teams, it's not going to favor Team Secret in the long run because of how impactful those flashes on the KO of Envy could be. And so they utilize the off timing to be able to shut that down in the first place. And that's Team Secret on this lead. And we've seen Team Secret close out multiple overtime situations a lot more efficiently than we have Oasis. And as you said, Icebox hasn't been the best tune for either side in some of the cases, but in overtimes, doesn't really go Oasis's way. Team Secret, they're 1 away from taking this.
Yeah, and all these rounds already Dubstep over 30 kills, but Borcom timing is perfect! Looking for a second, able to connect the shots eventually. Wild Oreo Marky fight on back, Marky the front line true! And Blue! Seems like the sharp spear finally cut down in its prime by Dubstep 2v2 scenario. And Tumo is looking for the duels here. Wild Oreo though from up top, let's see. Oasis Gaming can still stand here. Never mind, Dubstep will deny. Sit down, be humble! Dubstep will screech towards Wild Oreo. And everything left now to Coco the captain. Can he find the angle onto Jesse Bash? Yes, he does. Timing is for everything. Dubstep though, dashing on the way. Looking for a better angle here into the corner. But Team Secret, can they endure? Yes, they do! And they are in it to win it in overtime. They make the run. They make the plays. And in the end, they stand the test of